Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to FS2024, and welcome to our first look at some mods for the sim. I think we can all agree that the fun nostalgia factor is worn off, and we are now to the point where we need mods to keep this thing afloat and keep it not only interesting but immersive. And we're going to be targeting the immersion factor today with none other than Beyond ATC. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Beyond ATC, it is a AI powered, I think it's a long way, I'm pretty sure it's an LLM, service that replaces, or well, in quotes, replaces the ATC for your flights with a AI based, service that you can actually verbally talk to. Just like I'm using my voice to talk to you right now, I can do that with the ATC. It'll hear me, hopefully interpret what I'm saying, and respond. It's not perfect, it's still in early access, and there are some limitations to it currently that maybe hopefully will get ironed out later on. But without further ado, let's get into it, take a look at a quick clip from prior me as to getting things set up for the ATC flight with Beyond ATC, and begin. Alright, so getting started with the setup portion of Beyond ATC, we're gonna again need a SimBrief account. If you don't already have one, you can get one for free, doesn't cost you any money. You can see I've got the outdated old Navigraph SimBrief account. Doesn't matter, you can get an account for free and you can generate the flight. It's just the time that you have to invest. So our flight today is going to be Korean Airlines flight number 231, going from RKPC to RKJB, both well, one is a island nation in Korea just down there, Jeju International, and then we're going to Muan International. Per our flight plan, we do not need to do anything in the sim. I just have it up here just for my brevity's sake, because my poor little brain can't remember foreign ICAOs very well. Aircraft type, let's see if they have the 737 MAX. Should be 738M, I believe, or 7, there it is, E83M, MAX 8, that's our aircraft. And you can see we now have a route drawn. There's really not much else that we need to do right now. If we wanted to get a little bit more in depth with our planning, we could, check weather, runways, do a little more calculations with our fuel map. But if you just want to get into the sim and you just want to talk to real AI as compared to fake AI, sure. This is essentially all you need to do. A lot of stuff is automatically set. You can see these auto boxes that are grayed out here. There's some more here. So it'll calculate a lot of that stuff for you. There are other routes that you can do. We're going to stick with this guy here. It's the simplest, most straightforward. And if you wanted to do a custom route, all that sort of stuff. We're not going to spend too much time in the SimBrief side of things. We just need to go ahead and generate the flight. All right, so flight's now generated, and then I need to export it. So flight plan downloads, and I want to go down to, in this case, FS2024 download. Now that's going to be in my downloads folder. You can retrieve it from wherever you would like. I have a specific folder where I keep my stuff, but we're going to go ahead and start the flight. And I will check back with you guys once we're in the 7.3 and ready to go. So yeah, that little chime in the background lets you know Beyond ATC is live. And we will switch over to this screen here. And it's in a relatively fast loading process as well.
Beyond ATC really like. Connected.
So, extremely fast in my opinion. It's not like FS realistic fast. But it's not too far off. So we'll go through a traffic initialization. Once this is loaded, I'll go through a quick walkthrough of the different few options here. First thing we'll talk about actually is base price. For the initial base price, it is $39.99 USD, which is not terrible. I mean, there's definitely modules and add-ons that I've spent more money on, so I wouldn't say this is terrible. But is it worth that price? That's what we're out to find out today. It is worth noting that that flat price, they recently updated their pricing model, and that flat price does give you lifetime access to the base models. What do I mean by the base models? Well, if I go over to the settings here, you can see I had 50,000 premium characters, but I did a video on this before that didn't turn out well, surprise. And I used about 3,500 of them, we'll say. So they do kind of go fast, and I think for like $10 bucks.
504, stand to 5, request pushback and engine start.
Well, that's rude.
Jeju Air 504, Jeju ground, pushback approved. Face northeast.
So there, you can see them counting down in real time.
Jeju Air 504.
You can see it counting down in real time. Anyway, let's switch to the basic for now, just to give you an idea of what the absolute bare minimum. You pay $30, and then 3 years down the road, or so, yeah, $40. Is it 30? I don't remember. I don't have my. It's either 30. Take a look at it. I can't remember if it's $29.99 or $39.99. We'll just say $40 for the more expensive price point. But 5-6 years down the road, assuming this is still a service, what you're going to see. We will listen to the premium models for a little bit. So on the main menu, you can see there's our call sign, Korean Air 231. I can also look at the gate here and see different aircraft around me. So there's Air Spring 8707 and Air Busan 8104. So I like this feature here. And what's so what's happening here is you're getting a local dialect from, well, Korea in this case. In the real world, if you go and fly somewhere internationally, now granted, yes, the international language, meaning everyone who's on the airwaves in aviation, pilots, controllers, what have you, does need to be able to read and speak the English language. Having said that, if you're a pilot in Korea or Mexico or just anywhere that doesn't natively speak English as their primary language, it's very common to hear pilots or controllers speaking in their native language. And that's what's going on here, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So I can be the stupid Yank who comes in and goes, I need to ruin your time in English.
Korean Air 231 request IFR clearance.
Gotta get those L's in there.
Korean Air 231, 저조 딜리버리, expect runway 25, Kami 1 Whiskey departure, scope 1211.
Expect runway 25, Kami 1 Whiskey departure, and squawking 1211, Korean Air 231.
Negative, scope 1211.
That's what I said.
Squawk 1211, Korean Air 231.
I forgot to give him my information too.
Korean Air 231, leadback correct. Contact ground 121, decimal 675 and ready for pushback or engine start.
Roger, we'll call you back when we're ready for pushback or engine start. Korean Air 231. So,
Negative, ground 121, decimal 675.
sorry about that. We'll call ground on 121675, Korean Air 231. You see me making mistakes, they're correcting my mistakes, that sort of thing. Back to the sim now. How do we get this into our aircraft, right? We've already gone through all the effort of making the sim group. It's actually kind of nice with the new tablet system, as much as I want to just keep poo-pooing on a Sobo, and I shall. This is nice, which we did have this in 2020 as well, but I can just go into my, not that folder, flight sim. I know you want me to put everything there, but it's not there. And it is this one, made at 749. And we'll send it to my avionics. You might have to do a little bit of work with the FMS depending on your aircraft type. Like I've got to put in my zero fuel weight, reserve fuel, and my cost index, as well as my cruise altitude. All right, let's call that we're ready for startup. But first, I need to change over to ground. So ground 121675, simple click will tune my frequency both in the sim as well as obviously in Beyond ATC. And let's make that call.
Future ground, Green Air 231, request startup.
Korean Air 231 engine start approved. Coil when ready for taxi.
Alright, engine starts approved, and we'll call you when we're ready for taxi, Green Air 231.
And I do also want to apologize if at any point I end up sounding
Like this,
when I should sound like this, or if I sound like this,
when it should sound like this.
then that's my fault. I'm switching live, and it's going about as well as you think. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, start up the aircraft. Once we're started and ready to go, I will come back to you guys, and we will take a look at the taxi out departure. All right, 7-3 is up and going. One thing I do want to point out, obviously you can hear I have ATIS going in the background. It may be beneficial for you to turn your comm radios all the way down. If you don't, then you're going to end up with double ATC audio. And you hear how there's also the ATC from the sim. Now there's not. Now there is. Now there isn't. So, just something to kind of be mindful of. So I have this little neat AFD here. You can see if I was at gate, or I was at gate 20, excuse me. It helps if I talk into the microphone, right? So at gate 20, and we're taking Bravo, crossing this runway here to 25. What runway is this? It's just using it as a taxiway. Be nice if these lit up as runways also, over to runway 25. So I can always know where I am. If I get lost on the field, I can just hit a quick recenter there. So we're going to keep that up while we turn out here. And we'll switch over now to the premium voice model, see what those sound like. All I gotta do is just follow that little AFD line. Looks like there's an aircraft taxiing along taxiway Alpha. There it is. Jin Air. I don't think I've ever heard of that airline, or that carrier, I should say. And I've kicked my rudder pedals. Trauma, trauma, trauma. This is where we need to stop.
Korean Air 231, cross runway 31 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo Alpha.
All right, crossing runway, and we'll continue on Bravo Alpha, Korean Air 231. I like the default voices better, for the basics. They're harder to understand, but I feel like that's more authentic. Like, I'm at a relatively remote airport, relatively speaking, in Korea. And the controller will do, our Beyond ATC controller will do the same thing as the default controller. Just does everything just a little bit better. It'll have you hold short for traffic, all that sort of stuff. So, get lost here, wherever I need to go, follow the AFD. I know it's not an actual AFD, but this is super handy. Super handy.
컨택트 저조 타워 언원 A 데시멜 55. 바이바이.
Alright, we'll switch tower, Korean Air 231. Bye-bye.
네거티브. 타워 언원 A 데시멜 55.
Yeah, copy. We'll be at tower 118.55. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
That's cute. 118550, and we're up.
Juju. Damn.
Who mixed up there?
Exit left at Alpha. 엑시트 레프트의 델퍼, SN어 814.
Jeju Tower, Korean Air 231 holding short runway 25.
커리언 에어 231, 저조 타워, 인드트리 008-7, 거스트 29er, 플라이 헤딩 250, 런웨이 25, 클리어드 포 테이크오프.
Fly heading 250, wind 300 at 17, gust 29, clear for takeoff, runway 25.
Oh lord, holy crosswind. Did the thing where I didn't change my mic back. That is a serious crosswind, my god. Can you see the rudder input? Look at that rudder input just to stay. My gosh. That is a lot. Okay, coming off the pedals.
커리언 에어 231, 컨택트 저조 디파어처 언원 라이너, 데서멜 225.
Going to 119er 25. Thanks and see ya.
네거티브, 저조 디파어처 언원 라이너, 데서멜 225.
Roger, 119er decimal 25.
네거티브, 저조 디파어처 언원 라이너,
Oh, okay.
데서멜
I keep fucking it up.
225.
Sorry about that. 119er decimal 225.
네거티브, 저조 디파어처 언원 라이너, 데서멜 225.
Okay, buddy, listen. Listen. I'll have him do it.
Contact Jeju departure 119er decimal 225, Korean Air 231.
커리언 에어 1027, 인드트리 007,
I don't know.
거스트 29er.
I don't know what's going on with the 7.3 in this sim, but it's abysmal.
Jeju Center, Korean Air 225 is at 7,100 feet, climbing 28,000.
에어크래프트 콜링, 세이 콜사인.
Call sign, Korean Air 231.
커리언 에어 231, 저조 디파어처, 아이덴터파이, 클리어드 디렉트 PC A32, 리솜 더 카미원 위스키, 클라임 210 사우전드 피트.
Alright, we're cleared direct, PC-832, and resume the Cami 1 Whiskey, and we'll climb and maintain 10,000 feet, Korean Air 231.
커리언 에어 231, 인크리스 스피드 225 제로 나츠.
Up to 250 knots, Korean Air 231.
커리언 에어 231, 컨택트 인천 컨트롤 125 데서멜 45, 해브 이 고드데이.
12545 on the radio, and you have a great day as well, Korean Air 231.
We want to change back. Let's change back to premium and
디센드 투
premium.
플라이트 레벨 090, 저조 에어 504.
See if that makes returns us to what we were hearing before.
Jin Air 435, contact Jeju approach 119er, decimal 225. Contact Jeju approach 119er, decimal 225, Jin Air 435.
See, I think I would like.
Korean Air 1521, descend to 9,000 feet.
I think I would like the regional the regional voices better if there wasn't such a decline in the regional dialect or accent, if you will. If they could maintain the Korean dialect. Now, if you're flying in, like, I think it's specifically the US, the UK, and I think certain parts of Europe, they do have the default voices that you can use at a better rate with the premium voices, but outside of those areas, it just doesn't make sense, to me at least, right? So, I'm going to keep fast forwarding here. it's just a lot of frequency changes and that sort of thing. So I'll keep this going on my end, and once we get a little bit closer to our destination runway, I think actually once we're getting ready to descend, I'll come back, and we'll see you then.
Carina 231, Cami 2C approach, runway 01, and we're ready to descend.
코리안 에어 231, 카미 투차오리, 런웨이 01, 베러파이 레디 포 디센트.
Carina 231, ready to descend.
코리안 에어 231, 카미 투차오리, 런웨이 01, 베러파이 레디 포 디센트.
I don't know exactly what she's looking for out of us here. Let's
Cami 2 Charlie, runway 01.
maybe my
ready,
pronunciation
Korean Air 231.
was off. So
코리안 에어 231, 디센드 투원 2000 피트, QNH1026.
Down to 12,000 feet, excuse me, and QNH is going to be 1026, Carina Air 231.
So if you missed it, we're coming down to 12,000 feet.
디센드 투원 제로 4000 피트. 저조
And I
에어
hope I
135.
change my Pascals 1026.
신전 에어 8085.
And just like in the
Contact
with
Fukuoka
bolts,
Control 118.9er, Shenzhen Air 8085.
you can scroll back. So if I wanted to verify that my QNH is correct, which it is,
인천 컨트롤, 에어 부산 79.
already got the QNH from
코리안 에어 231,
this.
디센드 투 6000 피트.
Down to 6,000 feet, Carina Air 231.
코리안 에어 231, 클리어드 디렉트 올베이즈, 크로스 올베이즈 앳 오어 어버브 6000 피트, 클리어드 ILS 양키 런웨이 01.
Alright, clear direct to Oblast at crossing at or above 6,000, and we're cleared for the ILS Yankee 01, Carina Air 231. Gwangju, Carina Air 231 is established on the localizer.
코리안 에어 231, 나자. 코리안 에어 231, 컨택트 뮤원 타워 on 8.85.
Tower on 118.5, Carina Air 231, thank you very much. Muon Tower, Carina Air 231 at 3,000 feet, inbound to land, ILS runway 36, I believe, 35.
God, I botched that.
코리안 에어 231, 뮤원 타워, 인더스트리
01.
10.5
God damn.
런웨이 01 클리어드 트렌드.
Wind 360 at 5, and clear to lane runway 0 on Carina Air 231.
Alright, let's stop monkeying around here. Think we can shoot a visual? Yeah, we can for sure shoot a visual. Go, my airplane. Alright, we are configured. Spoilers armed. Auto brakes set.
400,
Flaps configured.
300, 200, 100, approaching minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Spoiler did not deploy. Manually deploying. Auto brakes doing their thing. Brakes disarm. Vice versa style.
코리안 에어 231, 엑시트 라이드 델파.
Ground on 121.7, thank you very much, Carina Air 231.
Alright, back to the Beyond ATC 1217. And let's request tax to our gate.
1 ground. Korean Air 231 request taxi to my gate.
No, my gate. Side only.
Korean Air 231. Welcome to Muon Airport.
Oh.
Safe parking or
That's so
advise
sweet.
if need assignment.
We'll need a gate assigned for us, Korean Air 231.
Korean Air 231. Say again gate number.
Let's just pick a gate here. Stand by.
Korean Air 231, stand by, please.
Korean Air 231. Say again gate number.
Korean Air 231, we'd like to go to gate 16, gate 16, please.
Korean Air 231. Gate 16 taxi via Alpha.
Taxi into gate 16 via Alpha, Korean Air 231.
And we'll pull up our little faux AFD again. And taxi on over to the ramp. But that is a rather lengthy, per usual, with myself. Look at me eating this little poor RJ. Rather lengthy discussion on and review of the Beyond ATC. What do we think of it? What do you think of it? And is it worth the cost? In fact, let me do this while you can't see. Beyond ATC. So I want to make sure I get that price right. It's $30. 30 US dollars. So here it is, Beyond ATC $29.99 for $30. So they did a price reduction. Basic voice model is now free. Awesome. Push to talk now free. Awesome. Potentially subject to change. And the thing to remember with this, as is the case with FS2024 as well, is you will potentially lose this forever, just like with the sim that I just reviewed this in. You could spend your money and it would be gone, right? So for $29.99, you do get your 50,000 free characters, as we saw. So it's about an hour of speech. Geez, I didn't realize it was that little, but if you look at what mine's gone down to, it would make sense. There is a supporter edition somewhere in here. I don't remember where it is. You can add more premium characters for $10. 15 to 20 flights, which is not super cost effective. The different voice things, we heard a little bit of that. This is what I'm... Where do I find this? Where do I find this? Where do I hear Jeff? Where do I hear Squirrel? Where do I have Civ Ryan? Did I call Civ Ryan Bay Area Bugs? Brian, I'm so sorry. Anyway, you know, where can I hear these guys in my Beyond ATC? As far as I can tell, there's nowhere in my settings that I can change that. Info, voice sample. I don't know. Don't know. FS2 crew, overkill, premium only, British Ab Geek. Oh, premium only. Okay, so if I have... There he is. Look at me, I answered my own question. So if I have Jeff, say... Wind check.
Korean Air 231. Wind check.
That's not Jeff. Oh, but I have to change my settings to premium. Okay.
Wind 360 at 5.
This, I guess, is that traffic? Premium height. Let's just try it.
Korean Air 231, radio check.
Korean? Come on, Jeff.
Korean Air 231, readability 5.
I don't know if I like it.
Korean Air 231, wind check.
Wind 360 at 5.
So that's Jeff's premium voice saying Korean Air. I honestly... I think I like the default better.
Korean Air 231.
Not this
wind check.
voice, but he does say Korean Air. That's the part that kills me.
Wind 360 at 5.
So they need to tweak the voices. Maybe, is it just Jeff's voice? I'm just burning through my,
Korean Air 231 wind check.
Okay, so Ryan's voice is fine. Here we go.
360 at 5.
Anyway, that's it. The end. Thank you. Oh, hold on. I gotta do my stupid little walkie outro. This is the part. Thank you for watching the video. Are you gonna buy the thing? No, in all seriousness, for 30 bucks, what do I think? And it doesn't really matter what I think. It matters what you think, because it's your money. I've already been bamboozled out of mine. For 30 bucks, things we talked about already. Your longevity, this could go away tomorrow. Your pricing model could change tomorrow. Subject to everything. You know, I'm not inherently picking at this, but that is the reality of online everything nowadays. Is you don't own it, you're paying for the ability to use it, and that can always go away. Overall, is it worth $30? If what they're promising comes to fruition, I will say yes. As it sits right now, it's a strong maybe. I would like to see a lot more recognizing of simple aircraft and aviation nomenclature recognition, as well as just a little more variance. And obviously the VFR stuff, I think, is in the pipeline per the devs. So that's it. That's Beyond ATC, flown in this garbage flying 737 MAX, made by money-hungry Microsoft. That's it. We love them, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Let's just have the, okay, it doesn't. Good job. You know what I was looking for in there. You watched the old Stig Mechanic video. I don't know what number. It was like 40 something. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. You know, they really should make a head mod, because like just a static moving camera kind of looks stupid. Make it toggleable. Look how far with it. If you're still watching at this point, one, what are you doing here? It's like the video's it's over, dude. I'm going to have some more tea. In fact, no, the video's over. I'm going to have tea now. That's good. That's good. Okay, video's over. What do I want to do? Oh, you can hear both my voices at the same time. Ready? Ooh, it sounds horrible. Sorry. If you're still here after all that, comment. I hate my upstairs neighbor. How about that? No, you're weird for sticking around this long, but you did, so good job. All right, video's actually done now.